Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the ESL Pro Tour Open Cup North America. We have two players who are currently North American. Yes, German. Yes, at one point Terran. Yes, at a very short amount of time random, but now for almost a decade a Zerg player. Residing in Canada, for you Canadians out there. From Team Liquid, Dr. Dario. TLO. So creative. And in the top right, the three-time WCS champion, the best player in the United States of America, from the great state of New York, sponsored by Ting, it is Neeb. What is this, Neeb? What is this a Nexus first? Is this... Neeb, you're crazy. You greedy devil. I haven't seen anyone go Nexus for... Neeb is trying to out-creative TLO. This against, so... Oh. So, against many players, like against Bly, Scarlet, so many players are mixing in like random proxy hatches and 1 bases, 12 pools. Neeb would be effectively just dead. But, Neeb with the calculated gamble that TLO has something a little bit more advanced in mind. I'm sure TLO is going to look at this like, are you kidding me? This greedy Protoss.
Who does that?
And suddenly, TLO's in kind of an awkward spot. Because against, like, when you're doing a standard hatch first, there's no way to really punish this now. TLO went for the hatch first. He added a couple drones for the pull. Like, you're not going to do, like, a Baneling bust. So, yeah, and he's not mining it. He's just going to get his third. Okay. I'm still not sure. I'm interested. Oh, there's a Twilight. You don't want to let the Zergling in. No, Neeb! He killed it, but the Zergling saw the Twilight. So, is it gonna... It's not gonna just be Adepts. It's DT drop, right? This is a Nexus first into DT Archon. Parting is a player... whenever you can, just bring up Parting. Parting is an experience. But also, Parting is the type of player who would just have the DTs be DTs and mess around with that. Neeb is the type of player who will go DT drop and not even try to hit with DTs before their Archons. Like, it's just a more cost-effective way early on. Nope, never mind. Never mind. I take it all back. I really thought it was going to be DT drop, but he decides we're going back to our roots. For those who don't remember, the reign of Neeb. When, well, did you know Neeb used to... Oh, wait. Oh, I should have trusted myself. It's also a Dark Shrine. But for those who don't know, before Legacy of the Void, Neeb was a Terran player. He qualified for WCS Challenger, if you remember that, a couple times as Terran. But if you don't, that's because with Legacy of the Void, he adapted to a new environment and figured out his true calling. And those Adept builds, especially against Zerg, just disgustingly effective to the point where Adepts were nerfed a couple times. So this is DT Adept. I think right now, Neeb is relying on, like, oh, you saw the Dark Shrine. Like, this isn't a hidden Dark Shrine. You saw the Dark Shrine, so you don't think it's going to be Glaive Adept. But it's Glaive Adept, because you should go, like, Charge and then Dark Shrine. He's subverting expectations this game. And does TLO have a Roach Warren? He does. And he has a handful of Roaches. It's enough to kind of semi-deal with stuff. Neeb, a little lazy, sending the probe out on its own. I mean, come on. You know better than that. Oh, the Zergling got distracted. That's still a lot of Adepts, though. Any amount of Adepts is incredibly dangerous. Especially in the hands of the adept whisperer himself. Always throwing mad shade. Oh, some Archons. Yep, he went DT's like, nope, Archons it is. Archon Glaive Adept. This is a confusing push. Neeb has more probes, by the way. The Archons are kind of just the bodyguards for the Adepts, it seems. He cancels... I'm sure TLO is kind of scrambling right now. He's... Wait, am I supposed to build units? Is he taking a third? This is such a weird timing for everything. TLO's struggling to get that drone count up, while Neeb is just building probes and attacking and taking a third. He's kind of just doing everything else. This, oh, but the Adepts, they might make it through. He decides to cancel. This pylon, though, very important. It's going to supply block Neeb. And he didn't have a warp in there. So now the Archon drop. The Zerglings are forcing Neeb back for now. Neeb has a problem with probes, though. Like, and not that he doesn't build them or that he uses them poorly. It's he builds so many. Like, honestly, some of these builds would be much more dangerous if Neeb would cut probes for a little bit. But Neeb's just chill. He's at 55 probes to 46 drones. Alright. Is he going to recall the Prism? He could. He does. I guess the Adepts just win the fight. Kind of. Okay, so yeah. No. Wait, there's a sentry in there? What? Okay, Neeb is chasing TLO across the map. There are Archons. An Immortal shows up, and that's going to make things even more difficult. That Archon, a little bit too thick. Comes around from an odd angle. You don't want to lose the Overseer, because then DTs become a threat. And once again, Neeb is attacking with his ragtag band of meddling Protoss units. He's got an Archon and Immortal, the tag team duo. There's a Spire on the way for TLO, but Neeb is just all over the tech tree right now, like a three-toed Protoss sloth. Oh, what? He just used recall and he loses the Prism. And then he falls out of the tree with most of his tech. But wait, there's Adepts, which will do more damage than the Immortal and the Archon combined. Oh, he loses one? He loses both. Okay. What? Okay, so where do we end here? Did he see the Spire? He did not. Neeb did not see the Spire. But, and he's got like 70 probes here. But does that matter? Wait, now he's going for charge. No blank. Mutas are out. TLO is kind of just also throwing a bunch of stuff out there to see what sticks. The Mutas, I believe, were just spotted here. Yeah, he cancels charge, starts blink, which means he's not going to have charge lots. Important to note. Some Stalkers warped into the main just in time. The Mutas decide maybe we'll take the off-ramp here. You know what? Maybe we'll take the U-turn here and go right on back home. At least towards the third. That's only 3 Mutas. So this is TLO saying, hey, look! Hey, Neeb! Neeb! Look at the Mutas! And Neeb looked at the Mutas. And is building 3 cannons. He went for blink instead of charge. So, did this work? This is just fake. Oh. I think Neeb's getting wise to the situation. 1 cannon in each mineral line, getting blink. These aren't really terrible things to have generally, but I think Neeb's starting to realize that TLO is kind of just bluffing right now. Saying, yeah, at this point, you got to be like, okay, I get it. You don't got any mutas. 3 mutas are essentially the equivalent of hallucinating mutas. They're much more costly. That's 500, but including the Spire, of course. But it is not gonna kill anything. So meanwhile, TLO building a whole heap and helping of Roach Ravager. He's getting a whole lot of Zerglings. 1/1 upgrades. +1 is all Neeb has done. TLO's going to be maxing out very soon. 72 to 68 workers. So, with that 4th to leverage and all the gas, once Baneling speed and... Wait. That's +1 attack for both ranged and melee. So for both the Ravager Roaches and Zerglings, and all of those, and Banelings. Neeb just kind of blinks in. Blink on the Banes! Blink one on the Banes, Neeb! Do it! Okay. There's the sentries don't have that much energy, but that's a lot of Protoss right there. +1. Finished up. Neeb has, oh my god. Zeratul in the natural. Double-digit kills and TLO just isn't reacting. TLO, 14 kills. Ah! He just kills the whole natural. Just one Dark Templar slips in and changes the course of the entire game. Oh, I'm sure plenty of you can empathize out there. That DT just sliced through almost a third of TLO's economy, let alone removing any hope of having a timing to attack Neeb when his +1/+1 kicked in. So now TLO's in this awkward, low economy, mid-game tech spot. And Neeb is maxed out with 4 bases. So even, oh, the Banelings are coming in, but the force fields are fine. Oh, and then the Archons and force fields block the back. There is a surround. The Warp Prism. It phases up. Did he actually get some shots on it? Not enough to kill it. He finally gets it. TLO's units are just not standing up to the test here. Immortals and Stalkers have the stopping power. The Lings and Banes are trickled out. There's just not the DPS here on TLO's army. He can't bring it all. That's it. Neeb held far too strong, and 1 DT was all it took to have it all come crumbling down. It all fell apart. Neeb with that honestly was quite an awkward build to start. He's like, I'm gonna go Glaive Adepts and DTs, but the DTs are Archons, but I'm also taking a 3rd, so if you respect this too much, if you respect it too much, then you're gonna be behind on economy, but if you don't respect it, then I'm gonna kill your economy. So there was a very thin margin there. And here's the thing. His build, Neeb's build, took advantage of the fact that TLO was diligently scouting. I think if TLO had either just kind of played a little greedy, or if he had overreacted to DTs or / adepts, he might have had a timing to pressure Neeb. But because TLO's like patrolling speed overlords around, Neeb's like, well, I'm just gonna do everything that's dangerous, but as cheaply as possible. Okay, he doesn't go Nexus first again. Remember, it started with a Nexus first, which I cannot stress. Cannon rushes are significantly more common than Nexus first, and cannon rushes, despite your experiences on the ladder, are a small percentage of games that Parting doesn't play in this matchup. So, especially from Neeb. I don't know if I've ever seen Neeb cannon rush. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he's done the, like, shield battery play. Like, he has. I don't know if, like, my image of Neeb, it's like, don't tatter my image of Neeb as a non-cannon rushing player. But I think TLO is feeling like, well, it would definitely, he's gonna save it. Game 7 of, like, or DreamHack whatever, ESL whatever, I don't actually know where / when the next one is. He'll break it out. His shield battery rush. Neeb just coming in, stealing his minerals, also making the drones annoyed that he's trying to mine the minerals. If this probe kills a drone, is that more economic or mental damage? It's hard to judge. Probe chased out by the inevitable Zerglings, carrying its stolen minerals. But the Zerglings just aren't quite fast enough to kill it before the adept comes in and says, "No touching!" Oh, we got it. Oh, turn it around. Where are you going? Why are you going home like that? Look how fast I can go, Probe. You wish you could go fast. Okay. Neeb playing so safe right now. Wait, what? Is that the wrong spot? Am I a crazy person? Who does that? Who walls off like that? It feels like a mistake, but... like, because he could have just built... he could have just built the gateway as the wall. So that's what confuses me. So... an adept just gets in. There's a Stargate back at home. He's building an Oracle. Neeb kind of just casually comes in with an adept. He gets one. Oh, wait. Oh. Does lose it. There's some Zerglings. Oh, he's trying to shade through the wall. Wait, what? Are we about to see why he does that? I still don't know why. Neeb does not want to have this gateway finish. Okay. He does not want to hardwall himself out, believe it or not. Yeah, there you go. The Oracle is out. This was not an all-in amount of Zerglings. This was like 8 Zerglings. The Oracle stares it down. The Zerglings say, "Come on. Come on, light us up. Turn on your fancy beam." The Oracle remembers what its mom said about turning the lights on and off and how much energy it takes. So he decides not to do it. Oh, wait. Oh, panic. Another Oracle, though. The Adepts. There's enough Adepts that, like, it's kind of an awkward... Once again, Neeb has put TLO in a weird spot. Because TLO doesn't have that many drones. He's going for +1 melee, which I'm excited to see. Because this could lead into, believe it or not, +2 melee. And +2 melee links and... Wait, he's just building circles. Picks up the Queen, goes for the drones. Clean micro until he loses the Phoenix. I don't know if he needed to lose a Phoenix there. Neeb is taking a third. Putting the pylon where he can wall off some Adepts. The Adepts come out. They're not glaved, but they're not bad against Zerglings on their own. The Oracles come in for support. Meanwhile, the Adepts just having their run of the place. And now, during this, look at the worker count. That's the important part. Not so much the damage Neeb could and will do here. But instead, the fact that he's all... Oh, there's nowhere to... Like... Oh my god. Will he recall? Oh, he just shades away. He uses the Baneling Nest against TLO. And he get... Oh my god. 4 bruised, but also deadly Adepts. He's... Ah, oh, Jesus. And now the Spore Crawler. 12 workers. 12 workers for a macro expand for Neeb. And there's no way these Zerglings... So the Zerglings are going to have +1, but that doesn't matter much if only 2 Zerglings at a time can attack. He has Force Field, of course. Neeb only needs 1. He has an Adept in the wall. And now are we going to see? Because a Force Field could trap... Like, what do you do as TLO? His lair is halfway done. He's just going to leave one hit away by Queen or Spore past shields. Oh my god. This is a painful position to be in. Ah! The probe is stuck! Okay, this isn't great. I'm kind of surprised Neeb got baited into this. He does lose his sentries. So, small victory, but victory nonetheless for TLO. On the other side, a hallucinated Phoenix is taken down. Was the 4th base scouted? No, but the Oracles are heading straight for it. This is losing any amount like that early. Well, you've already... Here's the issue. Is TLO already built units? When you build that many Zerglings, you cut your economy, you delay your lair to build Zerglings, and you still lose a dozen drones, that does not put you in a comfortable spot. Especially when you know Neeb is... Like, Neeb wasn't all-inning. He just built like 8 adepts. He just used them with the oracles so well, TLO got outmaneuvered. Meanwhile, drones are dying to what? I think maybe the oracles came back in? Yeah, looks like it. Where did the oracles go? How are you home? Maybe not the oracles? Maybe it was more adepts. Anyways, here comes Neeb. There's 4 immortals! The immortals on their own would do pretty well. Especially considering how many banelings this army has. He has charge. TLO might have a nice amount of drones now, but it's taken so long to get here. His tech is so delayed. And now Neeb is coming in with Archons. How do you stop this? Like, the sheer force of Neeb's attack. So far, every attack has done damage. No matter whether it should or shouldn't have. Depending on the units. And once again, he's going to warp in. How many gates are we... Oh my god, let's look at the TLO cam. Okay. Okay. Neeb, is he going to sell it? How well is he going to sell it?
Mineral field depleted.
Neeb, oh my god. Oh, he bit down hard on that. A masterful base. Oh, completely out of position is TLO. He just loses his 4th. That hallucinated prism killed the 4th. And now TLO is supply blocked, insult to injury, a stasis, catches some extraneous zerglings. Neeb's 4th is halfway done. Neeb is kind of styling on him right now, to be honest. TLO hasn't played a terrible game. And wait, this is a real prism. The ultimate... Okay, now this is an issue. Okay, Neeb. That was maybe a bit much. He comes in afterwards with the real prism. You won't believe me. Okay, well... This is it. This is TLO's chance to do damage. If he doesn't get something here, Storm is done. Oh, devastating! The reinforcements are too much. Another round of charge lots heading for the base. TLO has to scramble. The only units that will survive the attack are the ones put into stasis, hoping for a better world when they wake up, but instead... they'll find the gracious release of death. As TLO can't even get a 4th up, as someone who's super reliant on larva. Hydraling Bane, you need to be able to get the Zerglings out. The Hydras are executed. And Neeb just has a 4th. He's got more workers. There's not much left. Oh, the ultimate. That's when you know you really beat someone. TLO has a few seconds to look at the situation in the game, to gather himself, and he comes to the inevitable conclusion that this is the inevitable conclusion. Oh. Neeb with the strong, overwhelming 2-0. Thank you to ESL for putting on these $400 tournaments 3 times every Monday. Korea, Europe, and North America, though players can participate in all 3. Make sure to tune in live. Unless you enjoy my casts, in which case you might spoil yourself before you can like and subscribe and ring the bell and see these games for the very first time. Congratulations, Neeb. Better luck next time, TLO. Thank you for watching. Good luck, and have fun.